You belong to me, I belong to you. Why is that song stuck in my head? I have no idea. It has nothing to do with this bad boy, but we're getting started on our Queen of Shadows journey. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. So this is obviously book 4 of the series. I read the first 3 books and the prequel, but I was kind of bored. A lot of people say that Queen of Shadows, which is the one I'm reading right now, is their favorite. And also a lot of people say that they really enjoyed Throne of Glass more than A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I really liked A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I was giving it a chance. I will say that it wasn't really until Heir of Fire that I was like, okay. Like, I got to Heir of Fire and I was like, if I don't like this one, I'm going to DNF the series. But I ended up thinking that it was starting to build up on some elements that made me curious. I really was waiting for the kind of integration of the Fae world, which took 4 books, but we finally were getting some. I really liked Manon's character, so that also had me interested. And then I really loved the whole idea of her being a Fae queen, and the whole love triangle situation that she has going on, and this third potential, which I think Rowan's gonna be a love interest. They didn't really frame it that way, but like, come on, you don't just platonically cuddle with your bestie. I guess you can, but it wasn't giving that. Anyways, I decided to pick up the camera because this is getting juicy. Okay. First and foremost, I can admit that I was a little bored when I started. Okay, but there's little things that Sarah, my girl, sprinkles into this book that keeps you coming back for more. So it started off with her telling Balin was telling Kale that if he messes with Terrasen, that she will burn his kingdom to ash. And I just felt that that language was so very specific. And it made me think about the fact that the last book in this series is called Kingdom of Ash. So basically, somebody's gonna piss her off and she's going to light that ish up. That's what I think. Okay, also the tandem read, which is next, that's Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. My friend told me that those were gonna lose me. That makes me sad, but that's okay. They kind of give me, I don't know, I haven't read the description or anything, and I don't know what's to come, but I kind of got like some type of dystopian vibe from those. So it could be that we're going to get just like total ruin, and then those books will be the aftermath. But then why is the last book called Kingdom of Ash? I mean, I guess that makes sense because then afterwards, then maybe those two are the war. I have no idea what to expect at all. But right now, what I'm currently thinking is that because Kale threatened Selena about Dorian, that Selena, aka Aelin, will have to unalive Prince Dorian. Thus, Kale will F with her, causing an epic rivalry ending in her lighting that ish up. And by that ish, I mean a darling. That's what I think. That's what I think. But then I don't know. There's just like so much more to that I am missing, because this king, like, what is he up to? I don't know. I'm spiraling, trying to come up with theories about what he's doing. He's definitely up to something really crazy and really evil, because first we have these Valg, right? And they are these demon creatures from another realm that he brings over. They're described as untamable, and yet they're seemingly tamed by him, or at least for now, We're getting hints that it's just for now. They will turn on him the second that it's not convenient for them anymore. But why? What is it that you're doing that's so evil that it's convenient for the Valg? You know what I mean? For them to be going into human bodies and like subsiding, because whatever you're planning is so wild. There's that. There's the fact that he then asks the Duke to ask the witches to give up a coven to go and not mate, reproduce with the Valg. So the entire demon realm is not enough for you. You want them to reproduce with witches. He also seems to have some type of control over the magic. So he is suppressing magic all over Adarlan, but then his son has magic, and the Valg are to some extent magical creatures. He's using the word keys and word marks in general. So yeah, what is he doing with that? Then we get this little detail saying that he created the wyvern that the witches are flying. So everything's kind of like coming together, right? He created these wyvern, the witches are flying the wyvern. Now the witches are mating with the Valg. Why do you need all these like magical evil creatures? Then they, right now where I'm at, they're talking about these unspeakable things that happen under the mountain. Sound familiar to y'all? Because it feels like she knew she was going to write ACOTAR. I digress. These unspeakable things happen under the mountain, and now he's like creating something else inside those mountains. Nobody knows what it is, but they just hear like screams and it sounds terrifying. And so you're clearly creating something else as well. Like, dude, you have your hand in a lot of pots. Why? Why do you need so many weapons? Like, what is going on in this dude's head? Whatever's about to happen is about to be real crazy. And I texted my theories to my cousin about Dorian and Aelin and Kale. And he said that I will not see what's coming. So obviously I'm way off target. Anyways, let's read it. I have so many thoughts about this book, and the first one is that I find this relationship between Aedion and Aelin highly suspicious. I'm sorry, it's not giving cousins to me, it's giving kissing cousins. Why is it that at the top of chapter 26 he's talking about a cool night breeze laced with the plume of smoke on the horizon wrapped around him, chilling the sweat on his neck. But he angled his face away from the smoke, breathing in another better smell, and found the source of it frowning up at him. Aelin's exquisite scent soothed him, awakened him. He'd never get sick of that scent. It was a miracle. Y'all turn around to your cousins and think that about them? No, that was nasty. I don't know. There's also was a scene after she rescues him and they're in her apartment where they're just kind of like in the bed together, and she's like playing with the lining of the sheets or whatever. That just felt oddly intimate in a non-cousiny way. There's nothing else to say about that. I don't know if it's just the fact that I have it in my brain that everyone is in love with this woman. Like, it's freaking annoying, okay? First of all, she had Sam. Then there was Dorian Havillard, Kale, Arabin, everyone. Rowan, everyone's in love with this woman. So why wouldn't her cousin also be too? It's stressing me out. other than that, little detail, I am highly enjoying this. I will say, when I was reading Heir of Fire, I leaned a lot more towards being interested in the chapters that had to do around Manon. I didn't exactly know why per se. I was just kind of intrigued to see where we were going with that. I'm still pretty intrigued to find out where we're going with that, but I think it's just that I'm really drawn to Manon's character. I really love how she has this like hard exterior, but low-key she's a softie. Like when Elodie just got caught stealing in her room and she plays the tough guy act, like snatches her out of the room, whatever, but at the end of the day she's like, keep your money, like keep the money you stole from me, I don't care, like good luck. If you're gonna run away, you just have to do it this way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but she goes hard, but she's not actually hard. And then she picks up Braxos, and Braxos is giving Toothless vibes. I love Braxos so much. Yeah, so I think, like, I just really love this character, and I'm really hoping that she will partner up. This is my theory. Uno nunca sabe. It seems like she and Elodie are going to partner up, hopefully. Maybe they will turn their backs on the king and the Duke Parrington. And she already doesn't like Vernon, so she's already on that track. Yeah. The witches for Aelin. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, these two characters have not actually interacted at all, except for some of the Valg and like nefarious characters in Adarlan threatening to send Aelin over to where Manon is. I already forgot what it's called. There's so many places in this book. But threatening to send her over to where Duke Parrington is, which is where Manon is. And so there's definitely something being planned there. There's evil afoot. And I don't think Manon is about that life. I think that she's obviously being pressured by her grandmother, and she's the wing leader, so yada yada, but she's gonna be the one to, I don't know, break generational curses. Just kidding, sorry. But yeah, maybe she's gonna go against the grain. Fingers crossed. Wait, I just turned the page and they mentioned it. It says, she'd at least learned that Morath was where the people with magic were being turned into Valg vessels. So I think Morath is the place where Duke Parrington and Manon and all of that is going on. I don't know if I knew that, or if I had processed that people with magic were being turned into Valg vessels. Well, yes. The people, like, they're putting the Valg into the people. So I guess I did know that. It's just phrased differently. Huh. Alright, this is a new angle for me. Rowan is back! I am both very excited for this character and also highly annoyed by his presence. I liked I wouldn't call it pining. I just really enjoyed it when they were like quote unquote enemies and he didn't care about Aelin at all, and he was training her. However, we've reached a point now where she has just... Aelin's just a girl. He's back and she's missing him and she's all up on him and she's like pining and girly and hugging him and sleep in the bed with me, please. And ew. I mean, I guess her 19-year-old girl showing, but like, that's not why we like them. And I felt like the whole enemies part of it was so short-lived that I don't even know if I'm rooting for Rowan anymore. On top of that she's like in the pining lovey era and he's just not. And so like he says things that I'm like, oh, ew. But then again, what should I have expected when he was literally beating the crap out of her? I don't know, man. I just, like, as much as I am looking forward to finding out what this king is doing, Aelin is my least favorite character. And she's the protagonist. So what am I supposed to do here? I just find her annoying. And honestly, like, she has humbled a little bit. I feel like in previous books, she was so cocky. It was intolerable. And she's been humbled a bit, especially after fighting, like, the Valg and stuff. But the way that Sarah J. Maas writes her is still, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the narrative is cocky. Like, she's over here talking about she swished her hips as she walked to the dresser. And I'm like, no, girl. What? You're getting ready for bed. You're like this heir of fire, warrior queen, whatever, and then you're going to bed in a little pink baby doll trying to get a guy's attention. Juxtaposition. It's not really making sense to me. Oh my god. There's so many parts of this book, like the whole Rowan situation is really cringe to me. I'm not gonna lie, it's really bothering me. And also the whole Adian situation and him being territorial and the Rowan and him fighting each other. Like, what? Anyways, when we move past that, and especially in Heir of Fire 2, I really liked the Manon chapters and Abraxos, and now we have Elodie. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but I kind of love what's going on with her and all of these chapters. Like, the king has me stressed the out because we keep getting these mention of like literally little droplings. Like, I'm following a breadcrumbs about what is going on in these mountains. What is he breeding? What is he doing? And most importantly, why? It's really stressing me out. Like, I need to know right now. And like, I am so tired. I want to go to sleep, but I don't know if I can even think about going to sleep right now. Yeah, well, I'm at least gonna finish this Manon chapter and we'll see what happens. Honestly, I just really don't care about Aelin, Selena, whoever she is. Sorry. Y'all. I'm sick. This is not good. Oh my gosh. I feel so overwhelmed by this book right now. Like, I had to listen to like relaxing spa music playlist at the coffee shop because I was freaking out, and then I just left because I think I'm gonna pee myself. I'm so stressed, okay? This like got so intense so fast. First we learned that Lysandra or Lysandra, whatever you want to call her, is a shapeshifter. Then Rowan reveals Aelin's plan to kill Arabin, which, like, okay, that in itself is just like a plan, but it tells us that stuff is about to get juicy, all right? Because that man is diabolical. That's all I have to say about that, okay? Then Elodie goes down and sees what's going on in Marith, whatever that place is. I don't know. I never pay attention to the names of places. But she describes what's going on down there, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Arabin's diabolical. The king is diabolical. Duke Parrington's diabolical. Vernon is diabolical. Everyone is diabolical. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm stressed. I need this to be over because I can't take it. Should I throw up? Okay. Whew. I'm fine. It's okay. I am heading back home because I only have about an hour before I need to get my day started. Granted, it's already like 5 p.m., but I have things to do and I must prepare for them, unfortunately. And I need more hours. Like, how is it possible that I'm only like 50% through this book? I'm like at page 343 out of like 650. And I'm already like out of breath. Sarah, why are you doing this to me? Yo! I'm not lying to you. I had to stop because I had to go to therapy and I literally cried. First of all, it's cruel and unusual punishment that I had to stop where I stopped. If you know Aramin and just put the ring on her finger. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. I mean, okay, we know he can control her, but is there a Valk in there? Like, is she gonna transform? And Rowan knows, so what is he gonna do about it? Like, oh. This is too juicy. I can't handle it. I'm stressed out. Okay, I don't want to give y'all too many updates. Like, I don't want to like repeat the book back to you, but it's just so good. I knew he was gonna betray her, as he always does. I just wasn't expecting this. And I also knew that she was gonna have a ring at some point. I just wasn't expecting it to be this way. Okay, I have to go read. Yo, the roller coaster of emotions. I had a feeling. I think because of the amulet that I wasn't gonna take. Sarah! What are you doing to me, Sarah? I can't believe I got played like that. And it was only for a page. Crazy. If I look tired, it's because I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning reading this flicking book. 2:30 technically. I had to be up at 5:30, so fun and crazy times. I am about 95 pages away from finishing, and even though there's still almost 100 pages left, I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're going to get the lead up to the war, and this book is going to end on a cliffhanger, and then Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn are going to be 2 different POVs of the war. Chaos and Aelins, of course. That is my belief. And then Kingdom of Ash is going to be like the ruins and what's left after the war. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I read a lot. I have to say that I'm very thoroughly impressed with Sarah J. Maas's plot devices, like her world building. I feel like even if she hadn't intended to use certain things when she wrote Throne of Glass and the writing wasn't great, it has evolved so much in this book to the point that she is using like plot points and background that happened in the first like 4 books. Let's say 4 books because the prequel as well. And so even though I didn't like the prequel, I can see the value in having read it because it adds so much depth to the plot in this book. The other thing is there is a surprise at every turn.
and it is wrecking my nervous system. Like, my heart was racing so much last night. I didn't think I would ever be able to fall asleep, which, tell me why I thought it would be a good decision to, we'll just do some light reading before bed. Yeah, okay. My heart was pounding for hours. I was so anxious. Even when things that I anticipated to happen would happen, they didn't quite happen in the way I thought it would happen. So like the outcome was the same, but the journey was different, if that makes sense. So it's like the book is predictable, but it's not. It's like predictable in the way that gets you excited. So I'm really, really enjoying the writing style. There are, like I said, a couple of things that I anticipated that I really wanted to happen, and then they happened, but they happened unexpectedly. So it's very satisfying because I got what I wanted, but I didn't see it coming. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. I was really scared for a while there that we were going to lose Manon. And she's my favorite character. I actually made a list of my favorite characters in the series. Like, I ranked them. Then I ended up updating it. I'll probably update it again. Everyone loves Dorian, and my friend says that she loved him by the end, which makes me think that he's gonna see more days. But I'm sorry, he was annoying and then he got possessed. So like, what is there really for me to like? We'll see. We've got a package. It is almost tandem read time. Just in time. I probably am not gonna finish this tonight, but definitely 100,000% tomorrow, because it's technically already tomorrow. It's past midnight. Yeah, I need to go to bed. Okay, y'all, Queen of Shadows has officially been finito. That means finished. I don't have the physical copy with me because I lent it to my cousin. He's literally one book behind me, so you know I'm gonna be in a frenzy reading the tandem read, because how am I supposed to read both of them before he's done Queen of Shadows? Anyways, some final thoughts. I ended up giving this a 4.75 star rating. I didn't give it a 5 stars completely because there were some moments where I was just a little bit bored. Not many, but some. I feel like it took me a second to really get invested in it. But overall, I was literally screaming, crying, and throwing up. I don't think I've ever felt so anxious reading a book before in my life. Like, there was just so much tension, so much like plot twist and reveal after reveal after reveal after reveal. Like, you get trauma, you get trauma, you get trauma. It was bonkers, but like in the best way possible. Like, it was wrecking my life, and I highly recommend it wrecks yours too. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the series. If you made it this far, leave me a sword emoji in the comments. Let me know who your favorite character is. While I was at the coffee shop, I made a couple of different lists because my thoughts and feelings changed as I was reading the book, but I'm curious. So leave that in the comments. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to join the family, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all when I see you next. Bye!